Hey, welcome back to round off your first day with your bit-by-bit change program. This is your Day 1 PM review session. So today you were going to see whether your definition of the habit or skill you want to master with this program was a workable one. If you've discovered something that needs to be fixed in your definition, then go ahead and write a new draft of it in your journal. Put me on hold while you do this and come back when you are finished. Good. In this session, we're going to kick the tires a little bit more with your change statement to make sure it will give you a good ride for the whole journey. The next thing we need to do is to make sure that your definition of the habit that you're going to practice every day is as specific and singular as possible. What do I mean by this? Basically, you want to avoid a definition of a change statement that actually could cover a variety of behaviors or actions that you might end up choosing from each day, because in order to establish a reliable habit, you've got to be practicing exactly the same thing over and over day after day. If you're actually rotating among, say, 5 related kinds of behaviors over the 21 days that all fit under the rubric of the definition you've got in your change statement, then you'll end up with nothing, unfortunately. So be a little strict with yourself here in examining exactly what is entailed with practicing the new habit or skill you have in mind to make sure it really is just a single thing. I'll give you an example of a change statement that covers too broad a spectrum of possible behaviors to produce a single reliable habit at the end of 28 days of practice. Prepare well for meetings. That sounds all right on the surface, except that one day you might interpret that as doing relevant research or reading before the meeting. The next day you might interpret it as preparing an agenda. On another day you could interpret it as taking the time to center yourself mentally, and so on. In order for bit by bit to produce a reliable habit in the end, you would need to choose one of those habits to work on and just focus on that one thing for the 21 days. Try to do a set of related habits or skills all together in one program, and you'll end up feeling like you are without focus or accomplishment. Multitasking just doesn't work when you're trying to create a reliable new habit or mastering a skill. It's focus, 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 and on just one behavior, okay? One last consideration, and we're done kicking the tires of the change statement. The more you can define the when, where, and how you are going to practice the new behavior, the easier it will be for you to stick with your plans. So, for example, if your habit was to exercise 15 minutes a day, you'd have an easier time following your plan if you chose a time of day to exercise, note the place where you'd do it, and define exactly what kind of exercise you are going to do. So take some time now to review your draft and make sure that it is addressing just a single habit, and if not, choose that single habit, and then revise it to be as specific as you can about the when, where, and how you will practice it each day. Make it as concise and clear as possible. When you are satisfied with it, and make the title My Change Statement. I'll see you at your next AM check-in session, when we will explore what really is motivating you to make this new habit a reliable part of your life. All the best till then. Bye.